Oh yeah. So I don't forget.
To this day.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot
Productions
to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait. All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. ThaBoxingvoice.com to get to where I got to. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs, and I'm joined alongside a.k.a. Cash Wheezy, Mario Munguia, and Corpus Christi, and we should be having Devin Haney and Bill Haney on the program today to discuss just a multitude of different angles and avenues that we can go down when it comes to the young former or champion in recess. I don't know. That's a question we can ask them. But let me go ahead and introduce my co-host. Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation as long as you are on that Daily Show level.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, bro. Talking to Devin Haney, seeing all these tweets and Instagrams and all this stuff. This is like the perfect time to get him on, you know, especially because he's like got a while down because of Corona. He's got a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bet he's got a lot of stuff to say. Also have his trainer, his father, Bill. Yeah. Bill Haney. And so get to talk to them, talk to him about some interesting matchups in his own division and talk about perhaps moving up because that came out of his own, I was going to say mouth, but I guess tweet. So, yeah, what's up, Enrique? What's up, man?
Do I just go in like that, like freestyle?
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab. Like Boxing Voice.
Because if he comes to fight, then I'm gonna have to look for him.
I saw fight too.
I think you acted.
Yeah. Bill Haney and Devin Haney. You know the number like that said, 425-569-5241, and join the convo. Listen in. I'm Enrique Church, the casual fan. And we're talking Devin Haney, calling out names. Like, do we just get into it? What's the deal? Mario?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, these, to me, are the hardest interviews because there's so much to talk about. There's too much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Not enough time. And then you got Patreon questions. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be, these are the tough interviews for me. Like the ones where like we have a little packet, we got a little information. Like I can come up with something to ask. You know what I'm saying? Even if like I'm not as familiar with the fighter, and that's always helps out.
Right.
But in these, what don't we ask him at this point, right?
Here's what's interesting about Devin Haney at this point for me and the fight fan public. You know, people have their hardcore fan favorite, like, you know, this morning, Bud and Wilder, you know. So Devin Haney name dropped some names that may have that hardcore fan that asks that question to themselves when they hear Devin Haney say these names. Do you think we're going to get a lot of that? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, you know he's going to talk. You know he's gonna talk. Like
I'm talking about the public, not Haney.
The public. Yeah, they kind of already do that though on Twitter. Like, I don't know.
Not on Twitter. I'm talking about here on a live phone call.
I got you. I don't know. Like, what do you mean though?
Bud fans, Wilder haters, You know, Lomachenko fans, Triple G haters,
Oh, I feel you.
Canelo fans. You know, Devin Haney named Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia has fans on the show. So immediately I thought, like, damn, what are the fight fans that are riding with Mikey Garcia thinking about Devin Haney? Like, what are the response going to be when somebody like you protects him, or like Ness protects him, or a caller protects him? Like, I feel like this is going to start a bonfire.
I think that's kind of wrong, because a lot of this stuff that we gonna touch on, he's been saying for like a month, 2 months now. Nobody's really jumping on it.
I wonder why.
Because who wants to be the first guy, right? It's like Broner's trainer said, if Broner beats him, he's supposed to beat him. If he loses, you know, it's all bad for him. So Devin is in a, you know, high risk, low reward situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
He's naming.
He says he brings the money.
Though.
He says he brings the money. But the fighters that he's been pursuing have been evading him. And if he truly brought a lot of money or enough money, those fights would be made.
So, like, let's say a Fortuna he mentioned, right? Am I saying the name right?
Mm-hmm. You definitely said it right.
All right, so where's the money in that fight? I would say Devin Haney. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, but that's
but
not.
It's a little different.
What are you talking about then? Because
saying it's not none of the big names. It's not Vasil.
Yeah, like
no,
in
but
that
he
situation,
named the Fortuna.
Yeah, but in that situation, but that's because Fortuna thinks is mandatory, and in that situation, like Fortuna would be the one getting the shot. I don't know. Fortuna's pretty well known too, though. But no, it's got to be Devin Haney. Devin Haney,
but it ain't a big fight for you know. That was just a good fight.
Fortuna would love to take that.
For the Wolf listeners that are hardcore boxing fan Wolves, I named that because Haney named it, and we're talking about money, right? So now Lomachenko. He did fill the big room. I was one to go against him and George Linares, right? Is that name right? Linares versus Lomachenko filled the big room. Who brings the money? Lomachenko or Devin Haney? Because I know Lomachenko ain't a pay-per-view fighter at this point.
Nah.
But he fills the Madison Square Garden big room.
Yeah.
So Devin Haney and Lomachenko, who's the big money there? Who brings the money?
I mean, it's hard to say. Devin Haney hasn't gotten that opportunity to like have a main event like that. Like he sold out MGM Harbor, but that doesn't have the same amount of tickets as Madison Square Garden.
All right, so he doesn't bring the money at that point. Then
no, you can't say that because he filled in for Usyk, who pulled out. So that MGM Harbor wasn't his show. That was a venue Eddie had with a main event that they already had. Usyk pulled out with some sort of injury or something, and they slid Devin into the main event, and he was still able to sell it out. So he is a draw.
All right, now let's also remember Devin Haney is on the undercard of the Paul Logan KSI 2. Does that do anything for him?
I mean, he's cool. He's cool with them. I seen
the numbers that resulted in. Does that do anything for him?
It's too soon to tell. Like they need more than just 1 and 2 events to get some residual effect for their non-YouTube fighters.
I'm just trying.
It definitely did something, though. It definitely accomplished something. I'll definitely give it that. It definitely got him some sort of recognition. How much and how deep, I don't know, but it didn't hurt being on that card, and that's a tough thing for me to say because fuck
no, there's no way it hurt it. Obviously, you're in front of a bunch of boxing fans and new boxing
and non-boxing fans. Yeah, exactly.
But the only issue is that we don't know how to gauge how much it worked.
No, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why does he say he brings the money to the table? Because I would say off the bat, hearing him say that, I would say, oh, you know what? I think he's right. But then I'm just trying to clarify with 2 hardcore boxing fans, is this right? Like, what is the money?
Is what I'm trying to tell you. He says he brings the money, but, his list, where's that tweet at, bro? Like, his list is all big names, and he ain't getting none of them names on that list. You know what I'm saying? He got Devin Haney versus Mikey, right? Now, real quick, before I read his list, my list would be Devin Broner first. That's the biggest fight for him out there. Biggest fight. Next is Mikey. That's the second biggest fight for him. Next, Vasil. Then Teofimo. I think Teofimo's a bigger fight than Garcia, only because Teofimo's a real champ. Garcia is just beltless. You know.
But he's a name.
He's a name, but he's beltless. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not there. I know Broner's beltless, but Broner is a real name.
He's the real name, but there's also a name behind Mikey Garcia, if that's what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Ryan Garcia.
Oh, you're talking about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he's beltless.
Then I go into followers at that point.
Yeah, but then he's beltless and he's not on pay-per-view. He's never done. It's different from Mikey. Like he don't. I get that fight could be bigger for Devin or for Tank or somebody in the future, but right now Ryan ain't even crossed over the prospect. Like he just did with the Fonseca knockout. You know what I mean? So then he said if he can't get none of these guys at 35 or 40, you know, he'll move up to 47. So obviously, you know, we got Crawford over there because Bob Arum does business with Dazn. You know, they have Ramirez there. Maybe they do it with Haney, where they didn't want to do it with Haney with Vasil Lomachenko. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But he's got all big fights. But that's my list. So now this is what he tweeted out. And he's like, Devin Haney versus Mikey Garcia. Devin Haney versus Adrien Broner. Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis. Lomachenko. Teofimo. Luke Campbell. Robert Easter. Javier Fortuna. And Rolando Romero, a.k.a. Rolly. So I don't think Rolly's ready. We know TMT hasn't promoted him well enough to put him in with a Haney just yet. Plus, they know Haney well. So that's the only way they put him in if they really, really believe that he could beat Haney. Fortuna, I believe that is the fight that we're going to get or the easiest on the list to make. I didn't even see he put Robert Easter. Okay. I can't see that happening. That's PBC. He's always wanted Robert Easter, though, before he was a champ. And Luke Campbell, I see that happening because that's Eddie and Matchroom. But everything else, I just see so far away for him. But I do want any one of those other top ones out there that he mentioned, whether it's Lomachenko, Tank, Ryan, Broner, or Mikey. I'll take either.
But Mikey's the reach. He's reaching when he name drops Mikey because Mikey's a 147-pounder.
I mean, but he'll move up.
I think right now they're all kind
up.
of reaches, except for like guys like maybe Javier Fortuna, Robert Easter's probably within his grasp, and then I can see a Luke Campbell definitely within his grasp, like Ness said. But other than that, a lot of these guys are out of his reach right now.
And when it comes down to money and popularity, I see that Lomachenko has. I just googled him. He's 1.8 million followers on Instagram, so he's up there in popularity somehow throughout the world. And Devin Haney is 636,000.
Yeah, but that's good though, because that's like a little bit less than Earl, and
but that's a
100,000 more than Crawford.
But that's still a huge reach to then say, I'll bring the money. Because it seems like Loma is the one he wants. Ryan Garcia, Loma second, and then Tank third. All the names, then Mikey if they don't want it.
Well, I don't think he means I bring the money. I mean, and hopefully, we could get them on and we could ask them this specifically to give us more detail on it. But I don't think he means I bring the money like I'm your highest payday. I think he means I bring the money like I got a promoter that believes in me, and I'm a bit of a
get paid.
I'm a bit of a franchise, so this ain't no low risk, high reward type of fight. I think that's what he's saying. Like, I think Matchroom believes in him. I think they willing. Look, you know.
I see what you mean.
If Eddie ain't fuck with him the long way, he wouldn't have slid in Broner DMs. But
I see what you mean. He means if you want to get paid, come fight me.
I mean, not in them words, because obviously you could get paid fighting tons of other people, but he's saying if you fight me,
you will get paid.
You will get paid.
Exactly.
The top dollar.
That's exactly how I
because
took it.
he's
And that's what I mean. I thought he meant I bring the money, I bring the stardom, I bring the show.
Nah.
Well,
he
listen,
ain't trying to say I'm
we'll
the A
clarify
side.
that,
That's not what
or
he's trying to
hopefully
say.
clarify that.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't even get no response from Bill yet, and that's I hate calling people, if they're not responding to the text.
Well, it's 4:35 out in Nevada right now, their home state.
Yeah, no, and they probably sleep, bro. You know what I mean? Last time Devin we woke him up for the last interview, so But yeah, man, I think commercial appeal, man. He's gotta go for Broner, Garcia,
Loma.
Nah, man, you ain't getting a Loma fight. We've already seen that with the evasion that Loma did, right? Like Loma took the franchise title, and Loma laughs at him. I mean, I think Dazn put it out like.
Yeah, they did.
Look at what Loma thinks of Haney saying that he'll beat him, and like Haney's like, "Oh, I'll KO you," and Loma's like, "Seriously?" with like 5 laughing out loud emojis and shit. Loma's funny though, cause Loma could have fought him, man. Loma's out the ring a long time now, and it's gonna be funny, to see like, does he ask for a tune-up now to go into the Teofimo fight? Do they use this coronavirus, as like a reasoning to get a tune-up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could, and it's probably gonna happen more than we think. Listen, I'm at the end of the day, I'm gonna be surprised if we get more than like 3 really big matches and like 5 really competitive matches that may not have like huge names, but like decent names, but really competitive fights. And I think it tops out at that. I think a lot of these guys are gonna come back and end up fighting. Tune-up fights. A lot of them are going to take, some mandatories that probably aren't what we really want. But, at the end of the day, Lomachenko has said, that he didn't need a tune-up. He said he's going right into Teofimo, but, that was before coronavirus, so.
I could see fighters not going into the fight that was talked about. I could see tune-ups happening. A lot of this is too soon. A lot of dates are going to be crunched together. If we do come back in, let's just say May, right? New York at least comes back in May. Then what? New York fighters. What New York fighter was announced? The virus is still spreading throughout states that still have not been closed, but they're using New York as.
They're not gonna get nothing off in New York. New York just pushed it back. They pushed their lockdown back a whole nother month. And
wait. You mean May to May 1st?
Oh, so that's a third time then, because they had pushed it to April 20th lockdown.
April 30th was the original, and I haven't heard anything since. So that means things slowly, and things still have to get evaluated to then say, all right, cool, let's open up. So
I don't know. I was watching some news today on the coronavirus, and they were saying how it's never going to get under control in New York City because they don't got full lockdown. And people are not even respecting the curfew in New York, so the contamination and the risk is still super high.
So
I mean, I keep telling y'all, stay away from the delivery food, because I mean, them dudes is not using protocol. Remember, anybody could download an Uber app.
Yeah, no, he's right, because I do it for him sometimes too. But here's the thing: like, I've been doing it lately because they need people, right? And it's like a lot of elderly that need those services. But like, I wear gloves. Like you were saying earlier, like you don't know if they wear gloves. You're absolutely right. You don't know, because they don't give us nothing.
Though. You even worse. You delivering to old folks. They the one got the virus.
But
no, they don't want that die from the virus.
Yeah, they more prone.
But I take extra precaution when I handle food, like extra precaution. And at the end of the day, they're gonna die because they caught corona trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not getting food. Like, some of these people don't have families. So, when they order from one of our, Favor, Uber Eats, whatever, that's groceries for them. And that's I've been getting a lot is people that need groceries, not like McDonald's. And I mean, I get some of that, and you can understand.
You do Instacart?
Yes.
You do Amazon?
No.
Devin said, Bill said Devin calling now.
Cool.
Dope. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Devin Haney is about to call in, and we're about to, dissect the feelings and answer the questions.
I like the way you put that.
All the names.
Yeah, man. Nah, I want to see what's his list. You know, he's mentioned so many names. He don't got to add none to the list. He just got to tell me what's the order. What's the marching orders for Eddie? Who he want first? You know, who on the chopping block? And you know, we going to see what's up, man, because he mentioned 47. He said if I can't get a 35-pound fight or 40, I move up to 47. Now that could have been tongue in cheek because in the tweet he threw a little emoji in there, like with the crazy emoji, tongue out. You know what I mean? But then he threw in hashtag free smoke. So
yeah, I saw that.
That's like, wait, is he playing or does he really want the smoke? Right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Free smoke just means like come get it. Smoke is there.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah, but then that emoji, I mean, is it I'm crazy? I'm that crazy? Like, did he put the crazy emoji to be like, yeah, if I can't get a fight at 35 or 40, I'm that crazy. I'll move to 47? Or is he saying I'll move to 47, crazy emoji meaning like, nah, you know that's a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying?
And if he is gonna do that, like, where's this blueprint come from? Is it is it the Mikey Garcia blueprint? You know what I'm saying? The Ricky Hatton, Juan Manuel Marquez blueprint, down. Where it's like, yo, I'm gonna go up, and then I'm protected by that loss. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I don't even connect them to any of those names.
He gonna shoot you down if you try to connect it. No. I'm gonna be the first Devin Haney. I'm Devin Haney.
Yeah. But you could ask him in a sense like, you know, does a loss moving up mean that the same thing as a loss to like a Ryan Garcia or somebody at your weight?
I mean, go for it.
I'm
gonna
go for it. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna ask that.
I don't think he's thinking of losing. You know, that's what most fighters, when you ask them that, you know what I mean? They're like, well, I don't ever think about losing.
Yo, how did you pick up that McDonald's? You went to the place or you
got down. Like I watched them like see what they're doing. I'm not gonna go through the drive.
Yo, you wildin'. You heard him. He said he watched them to see what they doing. They ain't paying you enough for all that. They're not paying you enough for all that.
Yo, yesterday I went to Whole Foods
you trying
and
to protect
ShopRite.
the customers' food to the
No, that
to
was
an
my
extent.
food.
Oh, okay.
No, that was my food.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I thought
Yo,
you
yesterday I went to Whole Foods and ShopRite. ShopRite had a line outside.
Damn.
You have to be 6 feet apart, right? It took me about like 20 minutes to get in. But once you inside, you walking down the aisle, you know, people kind of brush right by you. So what I was doing was like turning my head, acting like I don't like you, stay away from me. Like I was acting real bougie, like, yo, back up. So I come home, I get on the show, I take a shower and everything, and I feel a little like cold. I'm like, yo, am I getting sick? Yo, that shit gets you paranoid, man. So today, what I did was I took this mask, I put it around my face, put gloves on. I'm not the fool driving with a mask and gloves on. I get out the car with my mask. I put my gloves on like I'm about to rob the bank. Put the mask in. I went to my apartment. Yo, all that.
I see people like what you just said with the gloves and the mask inside their car with the windows rolled up. I just be wondering, like, come on, bro. I
want to throw something at there. Yeah. That shit look whack.
But to me, it's like, are you gonna take it off every time and put it back on every time? Like, I would rather just leave it on. Like, if I put it on, and it's gonna stay on until I'm done. Like,
but you jumping in your car.
At least take the mask off in your car. You in there alone. You in there alone. Put that shit on the passenger seat.
Yo, I have 300 gloves. I bought a box of 3.
Damn, you ballin'.
Yeah, me too.
I bought a box of 100.
Yo, we know where to go when shit hit the fan.
Yeah. So I'm like this. Before I get out the car, I'm like, now I started doing the mask. Because they were like, yo, put the mask on. Because, you know, if you got it, you passing it, you could be asymptomatic and, you know, give it
Hey, bro, you better check that those aren't like, you know, are you getting it from the same people you're getting the fake Cristal from? Because you might want to check that.
I did the fake Cristal. So I knew what it was. But what I'm saying is the mask, there's only one real mask that's medical, and it's the M95, and you can't find that anywhere. The scarf, they're saying, yo, you should put the scarf on just for that little bit of layer of protection that you want, but it's not guaranteed like the M95.
Yo, Intrigue said, yo, if you take the mask off and put it on your seat, you contaminate the seat. Bruh, if you contaminate the seat, well, then you are contaminated. You shouldn't be out in the street driving no car with no gloves and no mask. You should be your ass in a hospital on quarantine, on lockdown. They should have your ass on contagion status.
Nah, the mask doesn't work. Right now, doctors and the reason why they run out of masks is because they use them per use. They're not using them going to one patient, then leaving that mask on, going to another patient. They get out that patient's room, throw that mask away, and then put on another mask for the other patient. They say you could use a scarf because we don't know who's contaminated or not, but that scarf and those masks on the streets are only protecting the people who are not infected from the person who is infected. So if you infected with a mask on, then you're protecting me who has no mask on. Me putting my own mask on, not infected, is trying to protect myself with social distancing and a mask as extra layer from receiving cooties from your ass. So that's why when I'm in a supermarket, I'm practicing hard body social distancing.
I feel that. Like, sometimes I forget. Like if I'm in a line and the people don't have it taped up, because a lot of people have it taped up like 6 feet, and that's why these lines, a lot of these people keep showing these lines like, look, the line's still long, and some of them are very long. I'm not saying that they're not, but some of them, it's like 7 people, and it's like 30, 40 feet because people are keeping it separate.
Right. Look, man, in New York City and New Jersey, the president said they're using the mitigation, which means the results are going to come in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to see 100,000 to 240,000 new cases. That's the apex for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. And a lot of that is going to include deaths. So the president of the United States,
Devin, hopefully,
said, brace
Devin,
yourself.
Is this the chant?
Yes, sir. I apologize, guys. I was doing an interview. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late.
So
all good.
No problem, brother. Thank you first and foremost for taking out the time to come on the program. We do appreciate that, man. And obviously, we wanted to talk to you. Right now, you've said a lot on social media, man. So we just pulled up a lot of the most significant tweets that you've made and or Instagram posts, just to have you, give us some good old background information on Mario. You want to pull one up, Mario? Let's see how good you are. Which one are you going to give him first?
All right, here's the one. First of all, Devin, thank you for joining us throughout these times. I know how it is. So I want to go straight to the tweet about skipping 135 and going to 140. And if you can't get to 140, or get a fight at 140, then going up to 147. You did have an emoji with it, but I don't know. How serious are you about that?
I was just talking smack. I was just making a point that, if that guys at 135 didn't want to fight me, and guys at 140 probably wouldn't want to fight me neither. They're not really showing that much interest in fighting me. So I'm saying, I was just joking, saying that I'll go up to 147, that I'm going to, I want to smoke, and I'm willing to fight anybody. But
bro, I love it. I love it. I love it. The level of trolling is just awesome.
No, but it really wasn't trolling like that. It was kind of trolling, but not really trolling, because I am willing to go to 140. I'm at 135. I want smoke at 135 and 140, and eventually one day I will go up to 147, but not right now.
That's real. So Devin Haney, Enrique Church right here, aka the Casual Fan. What are your people, your handlers, expressing to you about making a Ryan Garcia fight, or from their professional point of view, what's realistic as options next for you?
My people, we're very interested in it, and we're trying to make it happen. His people, want to fight as well. I wouldn't say not as bad as we want it. They're not, pushing the fight as bad as we want it, but they are, entertaining it, and it may happen, sooner than a lot of people think. But yeah. And what was the other question?
what is a realistic option if not Ryan Garcia next for you?
As of now, I do have a mandatory who is Javier Fortuna, and we're looking to we're entertaining that fight right now. We're waiting on the WBC to see if they're gonna mandate it or what's gonna happen. But with the COVID-19 going on, nobody really knows what's going on, to be honest.
So, Devin, you had a tweet that I didn't pull up, but I'm going to paraphrase. I'm sure you remember it. You said something like, I'm the big money fight, or I bring the money to the fight. So I'm sure you know it better than me. And can you just explain what that meant? Because me and my co-host were kind of bouncing that one back around, and we weren't sure what that means for you.
What I meant was I'm with Dazn, and they're bringing the money, and that anybody who wants to fight me will get paid because Dazn has the money, and they're willing to put the money up to make any big fight happen.
Beautiful, beautiful. See that, and that's kind of the direction I was leaning.
Right.
Some people thought maybe you were saying you're the A side, but that sounds definitely better at the negotiation table. So now you did put out another tweet that said, I'm not building a fight. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Is that directed
what
at
I meant
Garcia?
by that was, well, not only Garcia, it's a few other people that are looking to keep building fights and keep building, momentum or whatever. But Ryan Garcia is one of the people that's saying that he wants to keep building a fight, and I'm willing to make the fight happen now because I feel like I'm ready, and there's a lot of other big fights out there that could be made. So if we're gonna just all keep building the fight, one of these big fights is gonna happen because the fans wanna see these fights.
What did you think about a few of the older heads, some of the really smart guys, Rick Glazier, I think Adam, a lot of these guys who kind of said, hey, look, if the fight isn't ready right now, it's not ready right now, and to kind of chill. I mean, do you agree with that? Obviously you're saying the fight's ready, you're ready to fight him, but, do you think you should just wait until it gets bigger, until it's not, as they call it, a Twitter fight, which to me it's a huge, y'all have such a huge following, it's a big fight, but it could get bigger, right?
Who are you talking about, Ryan? You talking about the Ryan fight?
It was Lou. Lou was in the conversation. Lou DiBella. He was in the conversation, but they were talking about you fighting Ryan Garcia, and basically what they were saying in the comments was, that the fight's not ready yet. That it's not ready. Even if you're ready, the fight's not ready. Do you agree with what they were saying?
I don't agree. I mean, I feel like that's one of the biggest fights to be made right now. I mean, what are other bigger fights that could possibly be made? Maybe Joshua and Wilder, Joshua Fury. The heavyweight division. Those are all big fights. Canelo and maybe who? Triple G maybe.
I feel you, but even Shakur Stevenson said live on air on XM that y'all two were going to fight one day. It was going to be a huge fight, but that was for way down the road. And I understand the discrepancy in size, but I think Ryan Garcia, and Shakur Stevenson clearly have the goods, but y'all are going to get way more popular at some point.
Yeah, well, me and Shakur are different weight classes, so right now we probably couldn't even fight anyways. But with the lightweight division, there's so many big fights. We're gonna just keep waiting. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, wait. Teofimo, Devin Haney, wait. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, wait. Loma, Devin Haney, wait. We're just gonna keep waiting. Just keep waiting. I don't know how long we're gonna wait for.
I think people are waiting
and then
for
there's
you.
A lot of young, and then there's a lot of young guys coming up as well, who you guys may not know yet, but they're young and they have talent, and we're just eventually those guys are going to come up as well.
Yeah, Devin, you're 21 though. You're the young guy, brother. Like, man, I love the way he talks, bro. I love it. I love it. Keep talking, bro.
So for me, I think that there's a bigger fight than the Ryan Garcia right now, and I've been saying this, ever since kind of you started it. I want the Broner fight. I don't just like it. I want that fight. I think that fight
Yeah, that's a
takes
huge
you
fight.
over
That's
the
a huge
top,
fight.
man. It takes you over the top, and after you beat Broner, no one, like everyone, is gonna want to fight because you're on that level. In terms of celebrity status,
Yeah.
in terms of draw, because a fight with you and Broner is going to show just how much drawing
Yeah.
power you have, because it's the right combination, man. Obviously, Eddie did his social media thing, got in Broner's DMs, but have you talked to Eddie seriously about trying to get that fight with Broner?
Yeah, yeah, we talked a little bit about it, but it doesn't seem like Broner really, really wants that fight, to be honest with you.
Got it.
For argument's sake, Devin, you had a checklist. Loma was on that checklist. This show has hardcore for a lot of fighters. Loma may be one of them. They're gonna debate tomorrow morning about what Loma could do, and the fans that say what Devin Haney can do. Like, why do you feel so dominant in that fight, making that fight?
I mean, like I said, it's always easy on the outside looking in. You never know until you get in there, and I can say that about me, or I can say that about him. So you never really know until you get in there. But my advantages is I feel like I'm faster. I feel like I got longer reach. I'm bigger. I have youth on my side. We never really seen Loma knock anybody out like that. He seems to break his opponents down mentally and physically, rather than just one punch knock guys out. So we really don't know how much power he has. And I feel like I'm better than all the other guys that he fought. They haven't even, those guys that he fought hasn't showed any type of talent like I have.
Devin, let me take us back real quick to the tweet about moving up 140, 147. Now, obviously, you said that it was it was hyperbole, right? You were just talking out of maybe frustration a little bit. Okay, but let's say that this coronavirus, let's say that boxing doesn't get started for another year. Let's say that we are 18 months from this point and you still haven't gotten a fight. Would you consider going up to 147 or 140 for a fight like a Garcia did with Spence, or where you'd be in a position where even if you lost to a bigger guy, people wouldn't hold it against you? Or are you going to stay firm at your division and try to do everything you can to unify and beat all champions?
I mean, it just really depends on how much my body matures, over that, over that time. So I never know. It may be 140, maybe 147, maybe 154. You never know. You know how your body will play out. But as of now, I would like to stay at 135 as long as I can, because there's so many big fights there.
Devin, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you say? I feel like you might have told me in an interview, or maybe I overheard you talking during an interview. But did you ever say that you want to fight Crawford before your career's over?
No, I never said that.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was Shakur then.
No, that wasn't. No, I never said that. But
so
like I said, we never know when. There's so many big fights that could be made over time. Maybe me in there with Crawford one day, or maybe it may be me in there with Canelo one day, or you never know.
You think you get that? Wait, you think you get that big? Because Canelo's, 160 is almost behind him. He hasn't fought at 160 since Jacobs, which is about 2 years ago.
Like I said, in boxing, you never know what may happen. I look up to guys like Sugar Ray and, Roy Jones, who, jump weight classes and do things like that.
Now, Devin, let me ask you. So you got Tank, you got Loma, you got Teofimo, you got all these people, like you said, ruffling around in this division. Now you're telling me that you want to fight these fights at 135, right? I mean, I'm assuming that if you all kind of graduate up to 140, you'd be okay, but you wouldn't ever make a jump up to 140 or 147 and then try to come back down, right? You're going to allow yourself to outgrow the division. That's what you were saying, correct?
Yeah. If once I go up to 140, I don't see myself going back down to 135.
Got it.
Once I go up to 147, I don't see myself going back down to 140. I feel like that's where a lot of good fighters made mistakes at. They were trying to go up and down, and weight classes, and it may have hurt them.
All right, Devin, before we let you go, let me get to some questions from the people. We got D-Lac Talking Boxing says, I was there at the fight when you won to go pro in San Francisco years ago and knew you would be a champion one day. I'm just happy to see you win, champ. So no question, just sending love.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we got another one from Brandon Lopez. Says, thanks for taking out the time to come on a Boxing Voice. If you could choose your next 3 fights, who would you be interested in fighting? Next 3 fights. I love that question.
Javier Fortuna, Brian Garcia, Mikey Garcia.
Nice. I love the Mikey fight too. We got David Maldonado says, who you rank from the top to the bottom from the other young guns from 130 to 135, Teofimo, Tank, Ryan, Shakur, Lil B-Hop, and how you see Teofimo. All right, just one question. He got too many there. So how you rank all those other young fighters?
I like Shakur Stevenson. I'm very familiar with him. You know, we came up together. I like him, number 1. I like Teofimo, number 2, Ryan, number 3.
Damn,
I don't remember who the other guys.
Lil B-Hop don't get no honorable mention on your list?
I didn't even remember him, to be honest. Like, no disrespect, I didn't even remember who the other guys on the list was. But yeah, Lil B-Hop, number 4.
Okay, you and B-Hop ever shared the ring?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he East Coast, so I can see that. Rodney says, it's disappointing as a fan that supports black fighters with my wallet, buying tickets, merchandise, pay-per-views, to see double standards and clear racism in the sport. Why are black fighters afraid to speak up on the obvious issues? They act blind as if it's not happening. I mean, he wasn't really direct, but I guess he's talking about less promotion for black fighters, maybe? He wasn't direct on his issue. Or his question. I guess the question is just the double standards. I guess just the double standards is really the only question I see.
Oh, it's definitely double standards. You know, that's just how life is. Life is, it's double standards, period. It's basically how it is, and there's no way around it, and everything, everywhere you go, everything that you do, it's just double standards, period. So it's not only boxing.
I mean, I get you, and from a standpoint, I agree, but I think a guy like Broner, why I want you to fight him, has surpassed double standards, right? Like, normally people say, oh, the Mexican fighter is the A side because he got the fan base, but Broner, with or without a belt, is always kind of the A side. He's always a draw. He always does a million.
Yeah, one thing I can say is it is double standards with like the glove situation with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Maybe if the glove was on Deontay Wilder, who knows how they will react. But now we're seeing that the glove is on Tyson Fury, and they're not really paying attention. A lot of people are acting oblivious to it and acting like they don't see it. But that is something that the world should be looking into.
Wait, so you found an issue with the video of Fury's glove? You have an issue with that?
Yeah. I mean, at first, a lot of people was asking me about it, but I didn't really look into the issue that much. But it's obviously something is wrong with the glove. I never seen that in boxing. Have you saw that in boxing before?
I have not, but I wanted to ask you, the gym that you used to work out a lot at the Mayweather Boxing Club, they did a few videos trying to debunk it, saying, like, how does a fighter hit harder if his hand isn't where it belongs? Did you see that video? And I guess, what do you say to that? Like, if you had your fist in your wrist, part of the glove, do you think you'd break your hand or be more effective in the fight?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but I've been doing like a lot of research on it, and I seen a young kid named Joey Dispenser, I think his name is, and he was saying how in Detroit that's what they do, and they've mastered that, you know. And like I always wondered if a guy like did the Margarito thing and made his hand wraps hard, how he didn't hurt his hand. But you know, some guys they master those type of things.
That is
it's like a sponge
point.
on the inside. It's the outside hardens the way they do it.
Yeah, because Margarito was dealing with plaster of Paris, so the story goes that as the rounds went on, it would dry, and that's why it would harden, and then at the later rounds is where he killed you.
And by then he's broken his skin, and he's kind of used to it and set into it.
Yeah, but even in some of my fights where like I'll scrape my knuckles like with the hand wraps, just regular hand wraps, and I will be scratching up my knuckles, and my shit would be hurting. In sparring, sometimes my knuckles would be scratched up from just punching and rubbing against the hand wrap. So I don't know. Some guys master those type of things, and that's why they get away with it, because you know, you may think that a guy can't hit harder or whatever, and it's definitely something to look into. That's all I say.
I mean, I gotta say, man, you know, I was stalking your Twitter, so I know you pick Wilder, man. Maybe you're not just sour like me, because I picked him too.
I am sour, but I can't say that I'm not sour. But all I'm saying is just look into it more. They're not looking into it enough, I feel like.
So, Champ, you ever did those 100 straight, or you gave it to Ishe, like, 25 in a clip?
No, I haven't seen him yet. But when I see him, I gotta do the 100 straight. I gotta give him his 100 straight. I'm a man of my words, but I gotta do it.
Yo, I was tight that night, bro. I'm telling you. Whew.
I
picked Wilder wholeheartedly.
Believe it. Like I couldn't believe my eyes.
Exactly. That's how I felt. We got some more questions before we let you go, Champ. We have Mark Fernandez. Who's in your top 5 today?
Top 5 today. Canelo number 1. Crawford number 2. This is hard.
Come on, you got to put Vasile in there, so when you beat him, you automatic.
I can't put myself in it though, right? I can't put myself in it, right?
I mean, you can. You can put yourself in it, but people going.
Oh well, shit. Let me restart. Devin number 1, Devin number 2, Devin number 3.
Yo, you gotta put Vasile in there, so when you beat him, you get the credit.
Yeah. Well, I say Devin number 1, Canelo number 2, Crawford number 3, Joshua number 4.
Damn, Joshua over Fury.
I'm gonna cancel out the.
Damn, you really sour.
I told you. Fury, we gotta do some more investigating. We can't just play him at the top like that. Like,
his win got to be under investigation.
Yeah. That's pending.
Oh, that was good, man.
And
All right.
then, oh, you know who I like a lot? I like Better Beef, but I wouldn't say he's in my top 5, but I think he's definitely underrated.
Yeah, nah, he's a beast. We got Julio Fernandez says, "What made you sign to Dazn instead of going with Al?"
This is an off the wall kind of question a little bit, but I said this before. The deal was tailored around exactly what I wanted. I wanted a co-promotion type of deal. I believed in the streaming platform, early. Even though a lot of people are jumping on it now and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I believed in it, about a year ago was when I signed. So yeah, the deal was tailored exactly how I wanted it.
All right, Brandon in Cincinnati says, "Clowns like to make the argument of being on the wrong side of the street as an excuse to duck fights. Do you feel like you're being ducked, or are you on the wrong side of the street?"
I hate hearing that. Oh, wrong side of the street. It should never be like that. Of course, it's politics and everything. Like I was saying earlier, but I hate to hear that in boxing. Everybody should be able to work together to make these big fights happen and give the fans what they want to see.
We got Intrigued the Incredible in Atlanta says, "Jerron Boots Ennis has went on record stating he is ready to fight all the champions in the welterweight division. If Ennis versus Crawford happens down the road, who do you favor in that fight and why?"
You said if it happens for Spence and Jerron Ennis?
No, Ennis.
So it happens down the road?
Ennis and Crawford. Ennis and Crawford.
Oh, Ennis and Crawford. I think Ennis is a very good fighter. I think he's underrated. A lot of people are not really looking into him that much right now, but pretty soon the world will be looking in and see how much talent he has. But I think that would be a good fight. Down the road. I think he just needs to get some big fights before then. Of course, Crawford has the experience right now, and he's been fighting big fight after big fight after big fight. But eventually that would be a huge fight, and one day it'll be huge, and I think that he can. If he matures and does the right thing, he could win the fight one day, but much later.
So I gotta ask, man, what's the difference between Ennis now and you in the mandatory position before Vasil accepted franchise status?
No disrespect, I don't even think that Wilson has fought an undefeated fighter yet. To be honest with you, has he fought anybody in the top 10? I fought the number two ranked guy. He was the mandatory. He was the eliminator. He was ranked number 2. He was Zara Abdulab. Nobody wanted to fight him.
Oh, I don't disagree. I just want you to be, make it clear for those that don't know, because they might say, well, wait a minute, you were a prospect and, then you were in a mandatory position.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I understand that, but yeah.
All right, just a few more, champ. George Foster in the UK says, out of all the boxers you have sparred or competed against, who was the most difficult?
I can't say, to be honest with you, because it'll be some guys who you never even knew of. You never thought that would give you some good work. You'd be a guy who just was in the gym and he was just awkward and he gave you some good work. I try to learn from everybody. I try to, get something out of every sparring match that I do. So I can't say nobody in particular right off my head. But, I've been there with Floyd, so I got to give it to Floyd because he's a legend, and it was just, honor to be in the ring with him. And once I sparred with him, I felt like that I could beat anybody. I was like, I'm invincible because if I could go in there and hold my own with him, then, I'm ready for anybody. So it was definitely a confidence booster.
Bet. We got Big Casual says, what's good, champ? which one of your peers that you see yourself boxing in the future in your prime for a big-time pay-per-view event? So I guess which one of these guys you think is going to be your pay-per-view fight?
Oh, like, are you going to name them, or they want me to say somebody?
Yeah, they want you to say someone. Which one of your peers? So it could be Ryan, it could be Shakur, whoever's
yeah, I think as of right now, the biggest fight right now, like that the world is demanding and what they want to see is me and Ryan Garcia. Of course, that's the one that everybody, me and him, are like buzzing like crazy right now. So that would be the fight I would say.
Now Eddie, but Eddie
Shakur,
seems to think that you're gonna do
my
that.
Man, like, you know.
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to read a
Shakur,
tweet. Eddie said in a tweet that he feels like that fight could get done before the end of 2020. Does that even sound realistic to you?
From what I've been hearing, it sounds pretty realistic, but you never know. It's boxing; anything can happen, especially with the COVID-19 thing that went on. We never know. It's not looking too good, but we never know. I would love for it to happen in 2020.
All right. I think you kind of answered this, but I want to give him a shout-out. Khalito in the UK says, do you realistically think you can tempt AB into a fight, or is he just acting like a clown like always?
I mean, I hope so. I think there would be a huge fight, like you said earlier. I think it would be a huge fight. I would love to make it happen. You know, I think that's the fight that would take me over the edge, like you said. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if he's serious or not. Asking for $20 million. I mean, you can't say that he's wrong for asking for $20 million. You can never tell nobody their worth. He obviously knows that he's a huge draw and that, you know, he's a big fight for anybody. So you never can say somebody's asking for too much when they bring a lot to the table.
I mean, he brings a lot to the table. I think 20 is too much, but I think that it's still worth a conversation. Like, find out what's a real. Try to get Eddie to find out what's a realistic number in his mind and see could we make that happen. But we got Prince of Power who said, "What up, champ? How did you see the Tyson Fury glove?" You already answered that. Just wanted to give him his shout out because he had that question. Osiris Boxing says, do you think Fury beats Wilder in the third fight, and why?
I hope so.
You
why? Because I hope so.
You hope Fury beats him?
I thought Wilder. I thought you were saying Wilder. Sorry. No, I want Wilder to win because I like Wilder, and I like Wilder, so I just want to know.
Danny Ramirez.
I want him to get back on the throne.
Yeah, man. Danny Ramirez says, what is your ultimate goal in boxing?
When it's all said and done, I want my name to be mentioned with the greats. You know, I want my name to live on, much longer than I ever will.
All right. J-Mac in New Orleans says, Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence Jr., who you got and why?
Great fight, 50-50 fight. Any one of those guys could beat each other on any given night. I'm interested to see how Spence will come back after the car accident. Of course, I want him to come back and, look dominant, as always, but you never know. But it's 50-50 fight. Any one of those guys can beat each other on any given night, in my opinion.
Did that accident hit close to home? Did it make you think? Because I know you got some fast vehicles. You had that beautiful BMW in the beginning. Now you got that Lambo truck. Do you stay? Yeah. Do you drive safely?
Yeah. For the most part, I do. I really don't drive that fast, to be honest. When I was younger, I got like a speeding ticket. Like, I was going like crazy, like so fast. I was like maybe like 17, and ever since then, like my brother just was like lecturing me about like what happens if you like hit somebody like when you're going that fast, and what like you go up under a truck and all that. And he just scared me like to death. So I was just like, I ain't never going that fast again. So I don't drive that fast, and I don't drink neither. So
Beautiful. Champ, again, am I mistaken or did I see you ship your Lambo truck to a fight?
I got a transportation company. So I transport like wherever I'm at, I can transport cars or wherever somebody else is at. It's called Dream World Transportation, and that's like one of my businesses.
So you took it from, you transported from Vegas to what state was it that because I know, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that
LA. It was only in LA. We were in LA.
Okay. You know, it's funny because I said that, you know, it probably was like a Sunday show or something after the fight, and I said, yo, I seen his truck there. I said, I know they ain't drive 4 hours, you know what I mean? So I said, did he have someone drive it or did he ship it? But you got a transportation company. That's beautiful. I wanted to bring up your CBD company as well. What made you get into CBD?
Yeah. I mean, because it actually works. Like, you know, it's something that I've always like was just looking into, and then I tried some of it, and I was like, damn, it actually works. So then that's when I started my own company.
Yeah, I can't front, man. Mikey Garcia has a company too, and he sent me some gummies, and it does work, man. I'm older than y'all, so I take it for the pain, and it works on my knee without a problem.
What's crazy? Like my grandparents, like when I knew it worked, like was when my grandparents were saying that it worked. You know, they got them old bones, and so they begged for me to send them stuff all the time.
Yeah, nah, it works, man. It works. I wanted you. So, what's the name of your company?
Which
the CBD.
WDM is my CBD company. Yeah, WDM.
Okay. And you want to give out that social media in case anybody wants to, you know, get some?
Instagram, Twitter at Real Devin Haney.
No, not yours. I mean the company for the CBD, champ.
WDM Recovery.
Okay. All right, we're going to go back to the people's questions. Only 2 more and you're out of here. If Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis were to fight next, who would you pick to win and why?
I'd have to pick Tank because I just feel like he's just too much. I mean, but it have to be a focused Tank. Tank would have to be going there and be focused because if he takes Ryan lightly, then Ryan could beat him. But I think that he just has too much skills for Ryan.
All right. Last one from Josue Boxel says, "What up, Devin? What music are you bumping during training camps?"
Shit, I mean, it really just depends on the training camp. I don't never listen to like the same type of music. It'd be like just the newest music that I like at that time. So never really like the same playlist. Every training camp, like I always have like different songs that remind me of like, oh, I was in that training camp. Like if I hear a song, be like, damn, I remember I was in training camp for this song. You know when that song was hot.
Definitely. So Devin, before I let you go, do you like travel with a photographer or are those iPhone pictures?
Nah, my photographer, I'll go everywhere with him.
Okay. Hey man, you never know. You never know. But
it's good. I'm laughing because he realized. So that's why I'm laughing. Like, yeah, well, my pictures must look good because he's asking.
No, definitely,
they look like my iPhone pics.
Definitely looks good. I think one of my favorite, obviously, is you getting a haircut, and you're in Jamaica, right? That was Jamaica.
No, Bahamas.
Oh, Bahamas. Okay, yeah, that's an even quicker flight.
Yeah.
And man, you got your girl right there, the beautiful view of the. I mean, it was just, you doing your thing, champ. You're doing your thing. I'm trying to tell these people. I got right now is like every big name in your division, in or around, on the thumbnail. You know what I mean? Because a fight with you and everybody is a big fight, in my opinion. I don't understand why they procrastinating. Like, why they waiting so long to give you that opportunity. Like, even I see Mikey's interview, and he's like, yeah, we could do that fight down the line. Everybody's talking this down the line. It's like, I mean, who's gonna give you that opportunity?
They want me to show some flaws, and then they'll say, okay, well, we can fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, that Fortuna fight is gonna be, the real deal, because he's super awkward, man. He's super. His punches come from everywhere.
Yeah.
He's not traditional at all, but he doesn't work as hard as you, man. I mean, I'm Dominican, so I know, like, he just don't work as. I wish he would.
If I go in there and I dominate him, would that show that I'm really real?
No, I think absolutely. No one's ever dominated Fortuna. Omar Douglas had a tight fight with Fortuna. Let me see. He knocked out Yandel Evans. I mean, but I don't think anyone has dominated him. I know there's one fight I think that was fishy, right? Didn't he fall out the ring in one fight or something like that?
I think it was Adrien Granado's fight.
Adrien Granados.
Yeah, Granados. Nah, but Fortuna, regardless, man, he's just a tough dude, bro. He's a tough fight. It's an awkward style. It's it's a good win. If you can get it, it's definitely a good win on your resume. He's been in with some good names. He's been in there with Jason Sosa, Sharif Bogare, Adrien Granados, Robert Easter, Brian Vasquez. So
if you were to dominate,
nobody dominated him.
Abner Cotto too. Now I don't think. Let me see, Robert Easter. How would that?
I would say the Granados Fortuna. I'm sorry, Fortuna Robert Easter fight was debatable because Fortuna looked really good, gave him a hell of a fight, a slick fighter like yourself. Yeah, that if you dominate, you say a lot. You make a big statement.
Want to fight me. Fortuna could have fought me. Fortuna could have fought me in the WBC tournament, but he didn't fight me.
Just
but he wants it now.
Just like Teofimo.
And then they try to turn it that when he knew that I had an injury, then they act like they wanted to fight when they knew that I wasn't able to fight because I had an injury. Before it came out to the public, he obviously knew before everybody else. So he tried to act like he wanted to fight me. So now we'll see.
How does that make you feel that some of these other champions are like, in and around, like Teofimo? I just got to say name. I can't say other champions. Obviously Teofimo and Gervonta have stated that they don't really feel like you a champ because of the way you got the belt.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the question?
How does that make you feel?
What? Oh, them stating that?
Yeah.
Teofimo was in the tournament too. You know that?
Yeah. I just said that before.
So he could have fought me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have fought. Listen, these guys, they'll say anything to not get in the ring with me.
All right, super last one. This is really the last one. You've been on forever, champ. Thank you so much. Don't get mad at us. Obviously, you and Tank went back and forth, and your tweet was, as soon as I handle this business on Saturday, Tank can fight me for the real 135-pound world title. And you put hashtag only one 135-pound world WBC belt to win I got. And then he tweeted and said, man, you better sit your little ass down. I will hurt you bad. You're not a champ. For real? They gave you that belt. Mine was earned, little chump.
What belt?
I mean,
what belt does he have?
I mean, he probably talking about the one at 30. He was a real champ at 30. At 35, he an interim.
Oh, okay.
No, at 35. So, at 35, he's the regular, right?
I'm happy that you keep it solid. And you tell the truth. The belt that he has is not a real belt.
It's an interim. Yeah.
People are scared to say this. It's not. He doesn't have a real belt.
Nah, I definitely
Tank
say
has a fake belt.
No, a fake belt.
Are they trying to hide that he has a fake belt or what?
But
because that's not a real belt.
I mean, so you don't respect that sanctioning body at all.
Title stuff. He was talking. Before he was talking about a fake title and stuff. Now he has the fake title.
So wait. I mean, because you know one of those WBAs is real. So do you not respect the WBA period, or just not the interim or the regular title is?
No, that he has. I know what the interim belt is, and I know what the actual world title is, and he's acting like he's the actual world title, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he's got the regular.
Of course, I respect the WBA.
But all right, champ, man, I want to thank you, obviously, for your time. We do appreciate you coming on and answering the questions from the fans and taking some time out to talk with us, man. So if you want to give out your social media, you can do so, and just thank you again.
Yeah, I gave my social media out.
All right, brother.
I'll do it again.
It's all good.
Instagram at Devin Haney.
All right. Well, thank you there, Devin. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Devin Haney answered all our questions. Definitely appreciate that, man.
I appreciate his honesty, you know, in the very beginning, talking about trolling Mikey Garcia. And, you know.
Yeah, and his honesty about 47. Because I was damn sure, I thought he was serious until he said he wasn't.
That's what I was speaking about.
And that's why I told you, see, people don't believe me when I read into emojis. You got to read emoji. And that's what I said, yo, that's a little bit of a crazy face emoji. So maybe I said it right before we got on. I said that crazy face emoji kind of mean like I'm fucking around. You know what I'm saying? This is a joke. Like this some crazy man shit. I'm just saying this. And he cleared it up. But, man, I want that Broner fight. I want
Broner
that.
fight.
He got to get Eddie on that Broner fight, man. He got to get. Listen, he get that Broner fight, Vasil going to be knocking on the door. Because, look, why you think Vasil keep Gervonta name in his mouth? Because they see that he'll draw. All he got to do is turn into a draw. Not even turn into, show that he's a draw, which he, in my opinion, he is. Because whenever you could take somebody else's show on short notice, still sell it out, and it be a success in the eyes of your promoter, well, you know, and it wasn't your fucking region. Like, he ain't from the DMV area. He not from over there. He from Vegas. So I think they sleeping. Plus, he's done some shows in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. I remember we had, what's my man name in Atlanta? Oh, my God. I think it's James. We had he covered the fight for us. You know what I mean? And he had a show in Atlanta that he sold out. So obviously it wasn't on the level of Tank's, but it was his own promotion out there, I believe. So, you know, he just needs the right dance partner to get over the top, man. And Broner's that guy. You know, because Mikey's a great fight, but
Broner's stardom.
Yes.
Why do you believe Broner is not entertained by it though? Like, you think he's retired? Like, what's the
I mean,
big
yeah,
fight
I mean, look,
for Broner now?
he ain't fight since Pacquiao, and it's not that he's retired. It's just that fight retires him whether he likes it or not, right? It either retires him or forces him to be a journeyman, right? Or a gatekeeper. Because if like you get beat by Devin, you gotta start all over, over. You know, that's why nobody want to fight him. Everybody's waiting for someone else to fight him. So he got the mandatory with Fortuna. That's all he need, because Fortuna was already always a tough fight. That wasn't an easy fight for nobody.
What if they entertain the Mikey Garcia route, go through Robert Easter, then the Adrien Broner? No?
I would love that too. And he got Robert Easter on his list, you know.
I know, that's why I mentioned it.
He got him on his list, but he been wanting Easter. Before Easter was a champ, he wanted Easter. When Easter became a champ, he wanted Easter. Bruh, people been avoiding him, right? Like, or ignoring him is the better word. Ignoring him.
Are those all hard fights you believe, going Fortuna, Easter, Broner?
I think all those fights need to be fought. I think the Fortuna fight is not. Like, am I picking Haney as a favorite? Yes. But, you know, that fight got to get fought.
That will put him above Ryan Garcia on the resume, on paper.
Yeah, and he need that name because Ryan's about to fight Linares. And that's going to...
Jorge Linares.
Yeah, and that's going to, you know, bump up his resume.
Who knocked down Lomachenko.
Exactly, but also got beat by Lomachenko.
Almost got beat, but then, you know,
Not almost, definitely got beat.
He got stopped.
Yeah.
No questions asked, no judgments needed.
Mm-hmm.
He got stopped. Yes, indeed. Nah, that was a great interview. And Adrien Granados versus Robert Easter versus Fortuna. I think the Fortuna fight will be next for Devin Haney, if you ask me. It seems like it's the easier.
Yeah, no, that's the mandatory. He got to do that fight so he could stay champion. He's champion in recess. Once he shows that he's healthy and COVID is over, they get him a date. He defends his belt again versus his mandatory in Fortuna, and that becomes the biggest name on his resume. All he got to do is stop Fortuna. Fortuna's never been stopped. Actually, he's been stopped once. Jason Sosa stopped him. Damn. So he really getting stopped by Haney. Haney too technical, too accurate. He'll beat him to the body. Let me go out to sponsors real quick and then go to some boomerangs. Let's get this thing going. You already knowing. But yeah, man. Anything you want to add before I jump out? Or no? You good? You good?
Nah, I'm good, man. I was unpacked a lot. I just can't wait to see what. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of listeners that are more Devin Haney fans than are Lomachenko or Broner fans, or maybe the matchup. See what they talking about. But otherwise, I'm good.
All right.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
So, I wanted to play something here. If I could just find, there's so many sound bites. It was this this Devin sound bite. Where I put that at? Yo, you straining on the toilet over there? What the hell is that? Oh, somebody with a corona? What you showing, bruh? I see it already. I'm asking you what what you're showing. You are on a podcast. You got to be audio. Oh, you on mute, bro. That's what it is.
Well, this doctor just stuffed this long ass 8-inch Q-tip halfway up a woman's nostril, and she strained oh. But the caption says, "And like that, you are now given the corona." So the rumor,
the corona.
They're passing out the corona through the testing.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, didn't someone else say stay away from the test or something like that before, a week ago? Or stay away from the vaccine, some shit like that, bro.
That's why you got to stay away from people.
Damn, right, man, why you got that? She sound like she on the toilet, man.
They just pulled it out her nose. This shit was nasty.
Man, I can't believe I misplaced that, bro. So mad right now. All right, man. I'm going out to Boomerang. Oh, man. I can't. Yo, I guess, let me go this way.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing. You want to bet?
You bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy.
Let's bet $1 million.
Yo. Yeah, man, I had to miss the interviews because team over, man. Fuck. I'm assuming they were good. You had them both on here?
Nah, just Haney, the son, not the father.
I'm gonna spin both of my boomerangs. What he was talking about. But did he answer my question?
Yeah. He said a 50-50 fight.
Okay, I did hear a little bit when you said you want him to fight. I'm looking forward to that one too. What's her boy name? The one that always have some close fights.
Javier Fortuna.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. I know Trey Miller was on there saying that Devin Haney don't want that fight or something like that. He gave up the belt. I think he had a little misconstrued.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to whatever Devin Haney brings to the table. I do believe in far as all the young guys coming up, he definitely one of the top ones. Him and Shakur Stevenson. So Fortuna next. Lomachenko still high with the protection of the WBC franchise. So I mean, he got to keep chopping down them dudes until he get the names or get the guys in the ring and stuff. What was the other topic?
Nah, it was just on them today. Just matchmaking him with all the people and his in and around his division, going through a lot of his tweets. We were having him explain some of them tweets, things like that. Just all Haney today.
I missed out on your BS. You probably was talking because of T-Mobile ragged ass, but I'll be at your neck tomorrow. All right, man.
Yeah, I tried to bait him in, cause I thought I'm trying. Now I need to find out. I thought it was Haney, so now I need to find out who said that to me or in front of me. I thought it was Haney. It must have been Shakur then. It's crazy. Maybe it was Shakur because he is super competitive. So maybe he's just one of them dudes like, yo, before it's over, I gotta fight Terence. But I thought it was Haney. I'm being real. I thought it was Haney. But I guess I'm wrong. Let me see. I'm got a new. Not a new. I was about to say new caller. That's because I'm stalling, man. Y'all don't be knowing everything I'm doing. I'm over here trying to make everybody happy. You know
I mean, what you want to get into while you look at that?
I'm
we
done
covered
now.
everything.
I'm done now. But you wouldn't know. There's nothing I could have did to let you know, but I'm done.
Hell no. He mad because I get the better fights. He mad because they still like me more. He mad because I got better numbers. He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no. And now you trying to handle his shit now.
Damn, it's a long ass intro, but one of my favorite of all time ever Keith Thurman interviews. He says, "Suck 'em, duck 'em, man, whatever." Remember that?
Yo, Intrigue, you ain't gonna answer to your interview, your new intro?
What's good? What's good? I was letting him get his comment in.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah. That's for all my all the Bud Scouts. All the folks is hating on Thurman, you know what I mean? I got my intro.
Yo, but that shit needs some work, man. You need to email that shit to Keem
DBI.
or DBI. That is too distorted. I ain't hear the end part. I can hear it when he yelling in the beginning, but whatever audio you put at the end, I don't even know what was said.
Yeah. No, I gotta fix it. I can fix it. I just ain't got my speakers in the studio. I'm working out of headphones. Yeah, I get it right though. Yeah. But nah, good work, man. I like the interview with Devin. Like the answer he gave about the Boots fighting Crawford down the line. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he did give you the answer on Crawford.
Yep. Yeah. So everything good. Y'all still got Virgil coming on this week too, right? Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, it looks like we trying to. Let me see. I think I locked it in for Friday actually. Let me see if they got back to me. Let me see. Working on Friday. How long? It looks like it might be Friday. If everything goes well. Friday morning.
That's what's up. Well, yeah, that's all I got right now.
All right.
Yeah, the intro cool. It just need to be shorter. It seemed like it was like almost 40 seconds.
Let me see. I could give you the count. It was just too distorted at the end. I don't know what he said at the end.
Sounded like it needed some track to it too. Like some beats.
It's a 25 second. It's a 20. But that's if you cut the distortion, if you drop it to half, like right here.
Like 15 to 12.
No, right there is where he finished that. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Numbers. He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no, right?
See, right there, you gotta stop it. Yeah, because whatever else it was said, that shit can't even be heard. But we could fade it out there too. We could give him a little more and then add a little fade out. Let's go again. Let's see how that is now. We in the studio. Turn me up.
He mad because he can't beat Keith Thurman. That's why he mad. Hell no, right?
Who in the background like, hell no.
I thought somebody said Earl no.
Oh, Earl no. No. I mean, is he talking to Earl or is he talking to Bud?
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Remember, he was like, he mad. Who do you think sold out the Texas arena? Was it him or was it the Mexicans? Remember, I know that interview.
Yo, why he hating on Earl though?
Because they asked him about Earl there.
Yo, he need to get back in the ring, bro.
He was like, because he said one time.
Keep on that sometime shit. I'm about to get
remember,
him
he was
on,
like, what happened to your man down? Man down, but your man ain't go down.
Ah, remember that.
Yo, that was my interview right there.
Yo, I remember that. I remember your man ain't go down. Yo, that's why I don't understand why they ain't jumping on Earl, bro. They ain't jumping on Earl. It was like, hold up, you ain't bring down little Mike? But then he turned it around. He put down Porter. But Porter be off balance sometimes, man. Yo, Porter ain't even answer me back. I was trying to get him on too. Everybody on their COVID.
Yeah, but you've been reaching out to all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't saying that that's not a reason why. I'm just saying you've been keeping it busy.
Yeah, I want them all. Man. I want them all, bro.
What about Kempor to?
I mean, I always could get him, and we just had him, so I'm trying to get Sean first. I got Coach Larry.
What happened to that?
Yeah. But you know he's West Coast, so he's lined up for like
he LA guy.
April 16th.
Mm.
Nah, yeah, wait, no, that's Gabriel Ramirez is April 16th. So that means Gabe is April 9th. Gabe April 9th with Coach Larry Wade, who trains Sean Porter in strength and condition, plus Brandon Lee looking all hot on Showtime, you know what I mean? Getting knockouts. We got him on April 9th.
When Mike Tyson schedule?
Which Tyson? Fury or Mike?
Iron Mike.
Iron Mike Tyson?
Yeah, you ain't got him scheduled?
Iron Mike or Mike Tyson?
Iron Mike Tyson.
Nah, I ain't got him scheduled.
Listeners are like, when you got Mike on? So what about?
Yo, I did reach out to George though. I was like, hey George, I don't know if you remember me. And then I went to send him the link, and then I realized that's when we hired old boy that didn't bring his mic, and he recorded all our fucking dope interviews mic-less. So I was
Who's that?
Trav the Shooter.
Damn.
Remember we had Trav the Shooter that day?
I don't remember that day.
What? You what?
Nah, was I there?
Bro, hard for me to remember that right there. If you don't remember, I mean, was you ever there when Dominique was there? Playing?
I mean, I was in Vegas with Dominique.
Yeah, and we did Podcast Row or had a show.
Nah, I was in for the first Podcast Row. I wasn't there.
You playing
That's
games?
I like kind of stumbled a little bit, but
yeah, because you left us flat.
Yo, if y'all would have saw Ness when he was dragging Iron Mike question, scratching the back, the back of the hat went up.
Yo. Nah, man, I'm working though, man. I put out something to George. You know what I'm saying? Still waiting on Charlie, man. What up with your New York City connect? Damn, you can't ask Last OG. You can't ask motherfucking Tracy Morgan to put in a word to get you a publicist number for fucking Charlemagne, bruh. I'm gonna text Ken Porter.
You know what
right
it
now.
is? Charlemagne is Tiffany Haddish, man. Not man, but you know what I'm saying? That's her boy. When he came to the set and Trey went up to the morning show, there was a little bit of friction there, you know, a lovable friction, but you know, and if I were to run into Charlemagne, I'll definitely, you know, try to get him on. That would be dope.
Bro,
I thought he was once upon a time a Showtime dude.
You can't run into him, bro. You gotta get somebody on that, bro.
Nah, man, I seen Charlemagne, his man with the dreads is his man's man, so that's like his management or his publicist or something. I don't know his name, but I see them together all the time.
I might get Roy Jones on.
Roy Jones is good.
Might get Roy Jones on. See what up with that.
What about Timothy Bradley?
Bruh, I'm
For
gonna
the
try.
butt,
I got
the
his
butt
wife
education.
number. I'm gonna try his wife. I'm gonna,
For the butt education, because he loaded with butt
Nah,
information.
but that's not. Come on, man. If
Huh?
you want Timothy Bradley to talk Bud, we might as well just put J Mac on.
Nah, so I'm saying for that they're gonna be entertained by him.
Yeah, they would, but like, I mean,
Terrence.
damn, you want to see a bunch of that's all. But yo, look, man.
Nah, so what you want? I mean, what else is there to talk about?
Nah,
He's
I'm
a
fucking
Bud
with you, man.
supporter.
I gotta get the Bud tenders and in the Butterhood a hard time.
Bud tenders. Ooh, Bud tenders. Is that like spinoff of Pretenders or like bartender?
It's a little bit of everything, cause Bud pretending and and Bud fans super tender cause they sensitive. So it's a play on everything. I'm nasty with words like that. Then they part of the Butterhood. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
It's the Butterhood with them.
It's
you know
a union. It's a union.
Yo, I gotta stop though, cause I'm turning every episode, cause I love to troll. So every episode, I've started to realize every episode ends in Bud, cause I love trolling. I'm a troller, like, so I know I'm getting on J Mac nerves right now. He's blood boiling. Oh yeah, I was gonna text Ken about Charlemagne, cause Ken actually really fucks with Charlemagne in a long way. So hopefully he could do us the favor, but I doubt it. But everything. If you don't ask, you don't know.
You don't ask, you don't know.
You don't
the
ask,
squeaky
you don't know.
wheel gets the oil.
Yes, sir. Let's go to what looks like Brandon, Cincinnati. What up?
What up, Ness? What up, Enrique? How I sound? I'm good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's for you and Intrigue. All this Bud Scouting, Bud Tenders, put some respect on our name. It's Bud Brothers. Yeah, so it's Bud Brothers, man. Don't disrespect us like that. Shout out to you for that interview, man. Devin Haney, he's always speaking good shit. He's a good kid, man. Talk all proper. You can tell he was raised right. I like dude, man. I like little Devin. Hopefully he gets some good fights. I would actually like him to get the Luke Campbell fight over the Fortuna fight. I think Luke Campbell brings some, international flair. Fortuna, he awkward, but he don't really do much.
Let me ask you something. If he fought Luke Campbell, you think Javante gonna fight him any faster?
I mean, shit, he ain't gonna fight him any faster for Fortuna either. I ain't know who the fuck Fortuna is.
No, Fortuna's the mandatory, but he gotta fight Broner, man. He gotta fight a name like that to get over the top. Right now, they don't want no action with him because he need more popularity.
Yeah, I agree. But before I get off here, Nash, you made me waste 35 minutes of my life today, too, brother.
Wow.
You made me go back and watch that damn Bud Crawford Angel Rios fight. Well, no goddamn knockout, Nash. Knockdown.
I ain't say knockout, knock down.
There wasn't no knockdown in it, man. Bud beat the shit out of that dude. But it's all good. You got it wrong, man. You had him mistaken with Thurman. Back when Thurman got dropped.
Nah, you got edited tape, man. I seen the chat in there. I seen somebody even said that to you.
Nah, I watched that. I watched the full fight. I posted the link and everything. Bud don't get dropped. Put some respect on his name. That's my call, bro.
He get dropped. Yo, let me ask you. In that video, is it a female judge with dreads? Short dreads, though? She kind of thick? I think she worked for the IBS. She black. She a black woman.
I don't even pay no attention to the judges.
How the fuck you ain't see the ref? I meant to say ref, not judge. Judge is on the outside.
Nah, the ref was a man.
A man?
Because he got on Bud for holding a little bit. Bud was holding a bit.
What was it holding when he fell? Because he fell. Stop lying, man. He fell. I'm telling you, he got knocked down. He got knocked. Maybe they ain't call it a knockdown. Then did you see him go down at all?
Go down at all, man. He beat the piss out of that dude.
You stunting. You stunting.
Oh, man.
You stunting.
If
it ain't that fight, I doubt it. It's got to be that fight. I was live at that fight, man. I met Cuban Links that day. I remember that shit like yesterday, bro. That was years ago. I think it was like 2013. I'm telling you. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't believe I'm wrong because Stonebone said he was there too, man. I don't know. But who else we got? Stainless in the place to be.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people, people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, Mario Live said he was gonna do that track.
Oh,
man, ain't nobody worried about Mario talking about he gonna do nothing, man. Some people are just good at talking, and he's one of them people. TBV, what's good though?
What up? What up?
Man, ain't nothing. I don't know what was going on with Patreon, man, but you know what I'm saying? For a while, it wasn't even posting that the show was live, so I missed that interview. I'm at work though, so fortunately I'll be able to go back and listen to that. That'll get me through these last few hours, so thank y'all for that. I'm gonna just go ahead and say good interview now. You fellas do good interviews, and I'm expecting that good work. But like I said, I am at work, so as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. It's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, I guess you'll hear this next week because you're stupid. Peace.
Yo, we got.
So Thursday's a live show on YouTube, or is it also a Patreon show?
Nah, it's Patreon. I want to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? When we get to 500, I want to do Thursdays live, maybe even Sundays. You know what I'm saying? But cut it, right? So boom, it's live, right? As soon as we end it, private. Private. Only Patreon get that linky. Only Patreon get the MP3 so they could go do their runs with 4 hours ad free. You know what I'm saying? I call my peoples in the advertisement, so I told them, yo, slide them in every 10 minutes now.
The advertising.
Every 10. Make them mad. I said, yo, make them mad. How many you could put? We can only put the maximum.
Drop them.
Max them out. You want it for free, motherfucker. You gonna get it for free with 80 hours worth of ads, motherfucker.
On a 4-hour show.
4-hour show. You got 4 hours worth of ads, 4 hours worth of audio. Yo, you imagine? Yo, oh my goodness. Nah, man, shout out to Patreon. Yo, I'm telling you, it got to be great to have no ads in there. I'm telling you, because I ain't lying. It's every 10. Every 10. I upped it on them. Let's go to Steve in Chicago, the Ringer. What up?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, Devin, he's one of my favorite fighters right now, out of the young group. I'm going to watch him. I don't care who he's fighting. I'm going to watch. But, man, I just want to say I see a lot of guys talking about they didn't get notification. I got the notification, but just a suggestion on the Patreon, you need to pin the new show at the top. Because it was kind of like...
I usually do. I didn't do it this time. I usually do.
No, you had the show from yesterday pinned at the top.
Not even this morning's, huh? Shit.
I got confused with it too. You had to scroll down quite a bit to find it. So you just going forward, you need to pin the news show at the top, and then that way. I think
no. Look, I did do it, but they have a notice. As soon as I logged in, it said, heads up, we're experiencing some delays. We're seeing delays with certain features and site functions right now, like email notification, Discord role assignments, post access. So see, some people said they couldn't get to the post, so it wasn't me.
I was good. I got the notification, but yeah, maybe I got the email and all that, but then I couldn't find it. I had to scroll down quite a bit to find it.
Yeah, this is why I love Patreon though. See, they said, look, our team is working to resolve this delay now and expects to return to normal later tonight. So boom, they ain't hit you with the yo, we don't know, we gonna keep you up there. Nah, they already working because they creators. That's the only thing about Patreon. Like, they are creators. They're just like me. This is what they do for a living. They create. The dude's name is Jack. He was like a guitar player and shit. And nah, seriously, bro. Yo, I mean, but think about it. And he started Patreon, bro.
Cause you had to pay him to see him play, like you in the subway.
No.
You can't just stand there and look at him.
That
you
too.
Could walk by.
That too. But more like people loved his music and wanted him to make more. But he had a full-time job, and so it's like, yo, look, like. He invented Patreon, and he uses it in a different way. Like other creators, they use it by like per video, like it's like per creation, like for you, right? You a big time movie dude. Let's say you had a passion of something that you wrote, something that you like. You said, "Oh, I ain't happy. My goal in life is to act and direct my own movie." So if you were a little bit more passionate and you were able to, express that passion on certain platforms to attract an audience, that same audience would become your patrons because they know your story and they would essentially be the backers of your movie, and you would do it per video, right? Even if it's a web series, like people do it like that, like per web series video. This video cost me, let's say, $2,000 to make. So when, we get to 2,000, I release this video. And people do that, yo. Like, there's a lot of different types of creators on Patreon, man. I'm telling you, man, it opened my mind. Like, there's podcasters on here that are like millionaires, bro. It's insane.
I know. Once COVID clears, I'm gonna come to your crib and we're gonna shoot our first episode of a web series of something.
Man, I mean, you see what Clarissa did? I posted it on Patreon. Unfortunately, I'm finding out now that some of these posts you guys are not getting. So don't forget what I'm saying. There is a post on Clarissa. She's done her COVID-19 exercise from home web series. Pretty good. I mean, she could be better mic'd up and have better lighting, but at least she's doing something to stay busy. Christina Poncher also has some content on the Top Rank YouTube channel. She's doing some live workout. No, nah, you wish. She's doing some sort of interviews with Top Rank fighters. She has Shakur on today. Right. And then Dazn is also doing what they're calling it quick jabs. So, didn't PBC have something like that called jabs too?
I don't remember that. But I know that the news, when I watch the news, like the meteorologist is from home.
Everybody. Dr. Phil was from home.
Yeah. Dr. Oz was from home. All that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fury also did some workout shit, right?
From home. Mm-hmm.
From home. Everybody's taking use to keep that mental health good. I ran up and down the block and down my driveway and back 14 times today, equal 5.5 miles after the morning show.
What?
Yeah.
Bruh, you got a Fitbit? You ain't using no Apple Watch, motherfucker. That motherfucker said he ran up and down his block 14 times and it equaled 5 miles?
Yeah, 5.5.
Bruh, you know how long your block gotta be?
My block, my corner, my
block. It gotta at least be like a quarter mile. So that you could do quarter mile. Like, what the fuck?
No. Running it once and back is a quarter mile.
Wow.
Come on, man. I did it with my car. You know how long my block is. You know how long my driveway
I know, Wheezy. My bad. I forgot I forgot. He got a mansion. I forgot, Yo, your house is crazy, yo. You drive in the front. And like you pull into his back, and if you want, he got the secret exit to just come out the whole other side. So like if you had 2 chicks and it's like, oh shit, my baby moms can't just come out the garage, don't turn on the lights, go down the little slick little back street he got, end up in the whole mountains and shit somewhere. It is pretty dope. It is. Yeah. Let me get to Trey in the Bay. Talk to me.
What up, Trey? In the Bay.
What up, Kaz? What up, Cass? What up, Ness? Man, I missed the show too, bro.
I know,
I
and
seen that.
I had your Bay Area Devin Haney on.
Man, they from the same city, same side, baby, east side, baby.
Man.
I ain't even get to ask my question, man. I went on to ask the question and I couldn't see it, bro, because I was gonna ask my question that I've been asking. Did Loma Doug Dev? You know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask him and his dad both.
They
Hey man,
asked that.
hey
Somebody
man,
asked it.
quit rewording my question all nice and polite. Because the franchise title and what she's trying to say. Man, ask my question the way I wrote it. I wasn't rude, homie.
Which one? I'm gonna have to go relook at it.
No. Because you've been rewording it when you talk to other people, man, other fighters and shit. You was rewording my question. I'm like, man, don't reword my question.
I gotta be careful. Let me see.
Man, I wasn't rude. I'm never rude now.
For what fighter?
I'm never rude.
What fighter was it?
Oh man, I don't remember. I don't even remember who it was. I've been asking everybody. So yeah, man, that's my first call though. Yeah, something up with the Patreon, man.
Yeah, no, we just found out they're doing maintenance right now, so they're gonna have it under control. They'll get it back working by tonight, they said. So they're on the job. Let me go out to New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. We're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
Hey, Cassie, you making that film money, huh? That camera money, huh?
I mean, I'm making some money. I'm not
Yeah,
now though. I'm about to get boxing voice money. That's why I'm here every single day.
For real. Bang bang over here, bro.
Time to step up on them Patreons. I'm gonna start giving out posters and T-shirts.
Shit, if nobody working it, we can't step up on it. It might go down a little bit. But at the end of the day, I missed the show.
Damn.
But yeah, man, I just had X stainless in my body, but we all missed the show, I think. So how can I go back and listen to it?
Oh, you a Patreon, man? Just gotta go on there and click the video.
Oh, okay.
And in like an hour, I'll have a MP3 with no ads on it there too on Patreon as well.
Next, you normally text in the screen in the chat that you live. You didn't even say nothing, man.
What are you talking about?
Normally you'll text us that you live, like in the back in the Skype chat.
Lied about what?
No,
live. You live.
Oh, I did. Let me see.
Well,
I ain't put it in the chat.
Nah, you ain't put it this time. But it's cool though.
My bad.
But that's all I got though, man.
All right. Let me see. Yo, I even be sending email notification. Like I send it as a private message to the Patreons. I mean, I probably ain't do that today. My girl came home early today, man, so probably got distracted paying attention to the lady. Let me see what we got. Went to Trey, went to JT, went to J Matt. Did we go to J Matt? I think we did, right? The first one or no? No? I don't think so. Intrigue, Stainless, Steve. All right, so it's J Matt. What up?
You know how these bitches is in the sport.
Oh, no.
Total disrespect.
Nah, we definitely went to him once already, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took both of my calls on the first one, so I ain't got much to say tonight.
All right. So then is either Trey, Intrigue, or Stainless. Who won up first on a boomerang? Anybody? I know Stainless working, so that leave Intrigue and Trey. Everybody just listening, so that means
somebody could talk about Intrigue or Trey. Maybe we could say like, "Yo, is Haney really ready for Lomachenko?" I mean, I'm sure people.
I see that the reason that people don't see that fight as possible is because they're not thinking about the size of Haney. Haney is a natural 135-pounder, which means he started the career at 35. So that means he sucks down to get to that weight. Lomachenko started his career like at what, 26?
Something like that.
Yeah, no, he fought Gary Russell at 26. You know what I'm saying? So he's moved up a few weights. He's not the naturally bigger man. He's gonna be in there with a naturally bigger man and a 10 years younger man. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like he don't want them problems, bro. You be like, why do you want that young up and coming dude who's hungry right now? Like, he don't want that. He talking about I want legacy. I want to. You know, he's gonna go for the title.
So what about another name on his checklist, like Tank Davis?
Same thing, bro. Nobody's gonna pay him mind. He's too much risk, not enough reward. He needs that first fight to show that he is a reward. I believe he's a reward. I believe put in the right market, they're gonna sell out. Haney versus Tank in Atlanta sells out. Haney versus Ryan in LA sells out. Vegas, Haney and Tank, Haney and Garcia, Ryan Garcia in Vegas sells out. Ryan got the LA crowd, Haney's from Vegas, when they left the Bay.
Yeah, see, I say Tank might be too dangerous. I say Ryan Garcia. What? I'm just saying, man. A focused Tank is a mini Mike Tyson.
Bruh, a focused Tank for 8 weeks. Haney been focused out of the crib.
Right.
You're right. I'm saying? That's like dudes that,
But styles make fights.
That don't stay in shape during, like, you see Haney posting that he working out. You ain't see Tank, and that don't mean Tank ain't doing it, but you got to scratch your head when every other boxer out here since COVID popped off, every boxer's on their social media showing you like, oh, look how I'm staying in shape from my house. Not Tank.
Not Tank.
Again, that don't mean nothing.
It don't mean anything. I'm just talking about, like, if he were to be working out right now behind closed doors and cameras off.
Haney though. Haney in the Bahamas running. Haney in COVID-19 right now, lockdown, working with Mickey Bay.
That's all good. Well, like I just said, what if a focused Tank versus a Devin Haney? Is that the dangerous fight for Devin Haney? That's all.
I mean, they've been in the ring together, man. They listen, Haney and him sparred, man. Haney want the work. You heard how Haney said, yo, well, I got the only WBC, I got it. Come get this real belt. And what the Tank saying? Oh, whatever, you ain't no champ, da-da-da, I beat you up, little chump. Like, he ain't say, all right, let's make this fight. Same thing. Haney like, yo, what up, Ryan? Let's fight. Ryan like, nah, I'm coming out. I'm going after Linares. I'm going after Tank. I'm going after this one. Then me and Haney can fight. It's like everybody got a plan when it comes to Haney. What up, Vasil? You want to fight him? Nah. Take my belt. I'm going to be franchised. Who want to fight the kid? Who want to fight him?
Well, you just make clarification. Nobody does.
Javier, the only dude who want to fight him. So he got to knock Javier out. He got to knock Javier out, but that's going to be hard to do. I think one person knocked out Javier, I said, right?
You did say that?
Oh, yeah. Yes, Sosa. But Sosa's a body puncher, but Devin is a great puncher. So, and I don't mean power-wise, I mean accuracy-wise. Hopefully, perfect. We about to get Adrien.
Granados.
Nah, we had Adrien today. I ain't even call him because the show was wild. We're about to have Adrien Clark on. I ain't even let him know. I gotta actually text him like, yo, my bad, champ. We was having technical difficulties. I never even hit him up to let him know shit was fucked up this morning, man. Yeah, man, but all right, we got everybody, man. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out. Oh no, we gotta get to Joe. He just jumped on. Info Joe in California. What is going on?
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell the truth, Joe. Tell the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Tell the truth, Joe. Tell the truth.
Hey, what's up, champs?
What up?
Hey, I didn't get the notification either. Hey, when you reposting the show so I can go back and listen to it? I was waiting for this interview.
What, the MP3?
No, the Devin Haney interview. I missed it.
Yeah, I know, but how do you listen? Like, you want the audio, or you talking about the video itself? Because the video is there.
Okay, the video's there. Okay, I'll go back and listen then. Hey, man, all those, man, still who want to be inspired, man, check out the Wednesday in the Skype chat. Wednesday workout, man. We still waiting on you, Ness and Cass. we got some good workouts on there,
the morning
man.
show.
Hey, yo,
you watching?
and Casual
We got the push-ups.
Casual talking about he doing 5 something miles, but he can't get you them 50 push-ups.
Nah, look, during the morning show, look, Joe, my routine is this. I wake up at 8:30, 8:45.
Damn, you waking up late.
Wash up real quick. Get on the morning show. I'm messing with the bands after a cup of tea. I don't know if you watch it doing videos or only listen to audio. I'm like doing bands, resistant bands, chest, back, shoulders, bicep, tricep, dropping, doing push-ups. After the show, I'm running 5 miles.
Hey, can we get a clip of it, man, so you can inspire somebody, man, that's at home that's thinking about working out? Give me a short clip, man.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Yo, mañanas, I'm going to turn my phone on. I'm going to record, and I'm going to put it on my boxing fan apparel /patreon.com.
Yeah, man. You got to put some free posts out there to track people, but listen.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
And I get it. I know seeing is believing, but also, feeling is real. I feel it, and I'm going to do it for y'all.
That's right. Hey, you got some good shit on there for you too, Ness, man. You got Stainless on there doing the push-ups, man. He take a couple of puffs, man, and he bust down, do 50, and do it again.
Damn, do 50?
He call it the...
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Man.
Nah,
yeah.
Man. Y'all too young for me, man. I'm an old man.
Who doing that?
You ain't older than me, shit. I'm busting out doing 50. We up to 100 a day now.
That's too much.
Yeah,
I'm in
50 at a time.
Mode.
Spaced out, though.
Mode, bro. I'm in lazy mode, man. Right now, I ain't even work out. It's the gym fault. The gym is closed. I don't do it ain't that I don't do. I just prefer boxing and just to work out.
You used to have some shit in your garage. I remember.
Yeah. That garage look like a storage facility right now, bro. That shit do not look like a gym no more, man. I'm telling you, I got to get back into it. It's too cold out here, man. I want to move, man. My girl's slowing us up. I'm ready to go, man. It's too cold, man. I'm an old man, Joe. I got to get in the heat.
I feel you.
You got it right.
I feel you, bro. Just don't, man. I know you up there eating ice cream and shit, man. Watch one of the videos and be inspired, man. You got JT, man,
it's
doing some
fun.
incredible ass push-ups, man. That you ain't gonna see on the average. Nobody do.
It's too fun. Doubt. It's too fun to be fat right now, man. COVID-19, cuddle up with your little boo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Eat fat, sugary snacks in bed. Watch Netflix with popcorn. Nah, man. I ain't trying to work out with y'all. Get out of here.
Yo, once it comes May and the doors are open and the women are out, and then you just want to feel
Here you go.
good.
Look at where his motivation at. I got a girl. I don't need summer and women to come out to go work out. Secondly, I lose 30 pounds in 30
you want
days.
To feel good. I added, so that was my counter. I added, and you want to feel good. You don't want the B cup, boobs, man boobs. You want to have that titted, that fitted.
A few more months of that shit, you gonna have some boobs.
Yo, he want to have that fitted T-shirt on or that titty T-shirt. Which one you want the fitted joint. You don't want the loose joint.
Right.
Hey, Joe, man, let you go. Let me get the boomerang. Troy Baltimore.
Yes, how you be?
What up, Troy?
I'll be good.
Yeah. Hey, good, brother. I heard you doing your 5 miles, man. Keep it up. I used to do it. I tell you what, Nestor, keep on talking. What's so funny? You keep on talking about Tank, man. No. I said I used to do it, man. I told you to keep it up.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Nah. I can't insult anybody for working out because I don't, but anyway. But yeah, keep on talking about Tank, Nestor. You know, the last podcaster that talked about Tank, he told him he was gonna fix his teeth, and that was correct. You know, Mr. IVTA, whatever you know, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly who the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, he said something about Tank. Tank said he gonna step to him and fix his teeth. So you keep on talking about Tank, boy. He gonna come up to you and bust your shit. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, man.
Bro, I'm 6'5".
What that mean?
Tank can't even reach my chin.
You couldn't even handle Porter.
Bro, you don't know you don't know what raising your profile's all about, man.
Yeah, I do, man. That's actually fighting somebody tougher than you. Not you being, first of all.
Yo, these weirdos, Enrique, they wanted me to somehow let loose on a professional fighter by the name of Sean Porter when we sparred in Gleason's, which was a publicity thing, right? It was being recorded. The media was invited.
I remember Charlemagne was there.
Charlemagne sparred Porter. I sparred Porter, and Barack from the Ak and Barack Sweet Scientist show sparred Porter. My man over here wanted me to go ham on Porter. Like, come on, champ. You gotta know how to raise your profile, man. I roll with the punches. But I tell you what, you could watch that video and you could see Porter tasted that right hand, though. he know all about the Dominican Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And look, I wasn't even, trying to hit him. So, you know what I mean? But nah, Porter dropped me because of that right hand. Like, I went down because he wouldn't stop hitting me. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't happy that I landed that right hand. So I knew not to get up, for one, and I knew not to ever do that again. That's why I ain't never sparred Wilder. Because if you get lucky, like I got lucky, come on, let's be real. That was the first time I ever got in the ring as an adult. Like, I ain't been in a boxing gym since I was a kid. We had a gym in the church, not the church I went to, but the church on the Ave and shit. They had a church basketball league too there. That church was dope, man. But yeah, man, that was the first time with Porter, man. So I took it easy on him, and he took it easy on me, Troy. You keep worrying about Porter. Get healthy. Let me see. I think that's everybody. Yes, sir. All right. Well, time to go.
Time to go.
Enrique, where the people can find you, champ?
Yo, TBV_casual fan is my Twitter handle, as well as my YouTube channel. Check me out, man. As I mentioned earlier, boxing fan apparel /patreon.com. I'm gonna post my quick 5 miles on there. I don't know how I'm gonna prove that it's 5 miles. But I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do
your
some
Apple
bands.
Watch, bro. You go to the activity on your phone, type in activity at the search, and then it's going to open up.
I mean, that's another way I calculate it, but you was trying to say that ain't really calibrated, but it is.
If you got an Apple Watch, it is. If you got the Fitbit, the old Fitbit, I don't know. They probably on like a whole new series.
I got an Apple Watch, but I only wear it for work. I don't wear
so then you lied, because where you had your phone at? In your pocket?
My phone in my hand with the music on my headphones.
Oh yeah, so you could count it. It counted.
I mean,
you.
that's how I counted.
If you go to the health app. If you just go to your health monitor app, then you should see the steps there. And the
one with the heart.
Yeah.
So if I show you right now, I put in today.
What you put in today?
Damn, how do you find the mileage on it? You hit the steps?
Come on, bro. We out, bro. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter.
Boom, check that out.
What that say?
Damn, this is on blur mode.
Oh, there you go. Little bit, say summary, but you making us like kill our eyes. We can't tell you, man.
I don't worry about it. I'll screenshot it, put it on my Patreon.
They don't want that. They want they 50 push-ups, man.
I'll do 50 push-ups
like
at
Mario.
the end, 25 a clip.
You looking like Mario. Mario talking about, what? I could do 75 straight. He ain't never been back.
Oh, man, Mario. Mario be drinking beer in the morning? Like, what's he drinking?
Nah.
Muscle milk?
Yeah, probably muscle milk. You know he a bodybuilder.
Nah, I know. I'm playing with you.
Oh, he got his glass of wine. Charlie May said 1 glass of wine a day keep you healthy.
Well, there I go. You've been listening to Charlamagne a lot. All right, then.
All right, then.
Peace.
Peace.